Welcome back to Well That Didn't Work's Call of Cthulhu campaign, where in our last session, our investigators were invited to a party, and they finally made it to the party, at which point they've miserably failed almost every one of their following and listening roles to start off with.
Yes.
Hey, I was great at fast talking.
We're getting to that.
That's why he had to start off with. Our secondary roles were on point.
At which point, Mr. Hauser came up with a plan to go follow some of these, I don't know, potential cultists upstairs to go listen to a plan that's to a meeting that was taking place, and our illustrious friend Tony over here decides to go over to the musicians to make a little bit of a scene. He proceeds to hit on Betty Grable and climb up on stage with her, and then fall into the rest of the band and knock over a bunch of instruments. At which case, our security group decided they were going to go check this out. And then our doctor here, as well as our investigative reporter, did a little song and dance with the last remaining security guy of, if you want to call it, tap on the shoulder and run around in circles until somebody makes it upstairs. That's pretty much what happened. At which point Kevin made it upstairs and overheard a slight conversation taking place that identified a few more of these statues, and then caught a glimpse of an additional statue. And that's where we're going to open. So, Kevin, we're going to come back off of your scene and switch over to Doug, who's now still at the bottom of the stairs, and the security guard is continuing to kind of keep an eye on you.
So how'd you get into this line of work?
Really? Money.
You got into it through money?
What else do you get into a line of work for?
No, not for. Like, how did you wind up being a big, burly man with arms and stopping people?
All I can figure is, we will pump you up.
Sir, I think you may have had a little bit too much to drink.
Well, that's... Why do you think I'm trying to make it to the pisser upstairs?
Sir, the bathroom is right over on that side of the house.
Been in that bathroom? Someone really dropped a two-flusher in there, if you know what I'm saying.
At that point, he looks at you and goes, "Sir, I really don't have time for this.
Me neither.
I can't let you upstairs. If you have to utilize
Kevin some time.
If you have to utilize the facilities in such a manner, I suggest that you hold your nose and go enjoy the fact that you are holding your nose against a two-flusher, as you have described, sir.
Describe to me the area that I am in. How do the stairs look? What's the decor? How does this guy adorn his house?
It's almost like a white on black marbling. That the stairs
Very
themselves,
Bond villain.
Pretty much. The stairs themselves come up, and instead of doing the classic go up to a mid-level and split out to the side, they do a curvature and come back around on the top. And at the top, where Kevin went, was to one side where the hallway was. The rest of the decorations are pretty much just what you would expect. There's a lot of artwork. There's a lot of vases.
It's taking me just a big amount of restraint to not pee on the floor in front of this guy.
And you're the educated, highfalutin one?
I know Percy's typical game style is what could go completely wrong, do that.
No, I know. That's why I'm trying to not do that right now. That's my instinct.
Fight that instinct, sir. Fight that instinct.
I'm trying to fight that instinct.
Wow.
I'm.
He's trying to get turnarounds fair play for Terry Crews game.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna try. Like I'm gonna like say something along the lines of like it'll only be like literally a few seconds. I poop like a bird, and then I'm gonna try to speedily move around him and go the opposite direction of
Give
where
me a fast
Kevin
talk
went.
with disadvantage here.
Oh my gosh, I'm already really bad at fast talk.
I understand, but he has also caught you once trying to go up those stairs.
All right, there's no amount of luck in the planet that would make that a better roll. So it wasn't a crit fail. But
He is not buying it whatsoever, sir.
I still try
I've
to
already said,
beeline around him,
and he's gonna grab you.
but he can't cover the whole stairwell, so I'm gonna try to move really fast.
You can attempt to make a dodge roll if you would like to make a dodge roll.
Yep.
And tell me what kind of success that you have.
I failed.
You are not.
At least it's not a crit fail.
I mean, that's a type of success, I guess.
I'm. If this is powered by the apocalypse, dang it, I'd be leveled up.
He is very quick to move back in front of you and place his hands now on you and say, "Sir, I'm not going to tell you again. If you would like to continue to stay at this party, the party is over there. I have my job, and I'm going to do my job."
All right. You win this time. And I am going to go downstairs, out the back door, and see if there's anything I can climb.
I thought about that.
Fair
and I
enough.
looked at. I have no climbing skill.
The guards are at the top of the stairs?
No, the guards are at the bottom of the stairs, but this whole ordeal is kind of going halfway up and halfway down. And
Okay.
It's kind of this long song or dance routine. Speaking of, we are going to screen wipe right there, and we are going to come back over here to Mr. Tony, who is now being grappled by quite a few servants and servers at the party, and being pulled back off the stage.
And I will be oh wow, I'm so sorry, Miss Grable. I'm so sorry. I never thought
Who
I'd
is
get
this
to
Rick
meet you.
character? Where did you put Tony?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, hey, it's okay, man, Miss Grable. I'm so sorry. I was just so overcome.
I wasn't even paying attention to
I
that.
know, I wasn't either. I just blew. I am so sorry. I can't apologize enough. I had a little to drink. I mean, you're just so beautiful. I see you up on the big screen. I'm so. I don't know what to say. Is there? Oh man, my head hurts. Is there someplace I could go sit down?
Tell you what, give me a let's see here. Go ahead and give me a charm check.
Not fast talk.
Nope. You ain't fast talking nothing right now.
We'll see if we charm anything. We're not very charming either.
She kind of scoffs and looks over at you and says something along the lines of, "Typical ravel of fans," and then turns around and tries to make sure that the band's getting set back up again to continue her gig.
All right, and I will kind of.
Security is kind of helping escort you towards the door.
I'm gonna literally almost go limp. Don't say a word.
My kids did this when they were young.
You ever carried a sack of potatoes out the door?
And I'm just gonna say I'm feeling really dizzy, and I'm gonna start acting like I may be a little bit sick.
All right, you can go ahead and give me a fast talk on that one. Let's see what happens. Let's see what they do to you.
Well, I'm successful, but I'm not. I'm just successful.
Says that in such a downtrodden. I'm only successful.
At first he had to go, I failed.
Well, you're in luck because they didn't pass. They didn't even get a good one. So they
I need
carry you.
someplace to lay down.
They carry you over to the bar area, and they have some seats and some benches, things like that are set up against one of the walls, and they bring you over and they set you down and kind of flag down one of the servers and tell him, just start bringing this gentleman coffee until he clears his head, because we can't have that happen again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, water. I need some water.
And they turn around and kind of walk off from you at that point.
Okay. That's when I pull out my pistol.
Loud screams are had by the servers that are now bringing you coffee.
Okay. All right. And I'm just going to basically sit there and look, just my head in my hands. I'm going to be paying attention to what's going on around me, but I'm going to be trying to act like, I'm sick. I'm just not feeling well.
All right. I'll just say for narrative's sake that you kind of catch a glimpse of Doug walking out the front door.
Back door.
You don't know where the back door's at yet.
I went to find it.
Doug is finding the back door?
Doug is in a never-ending quest for the back door.
But out, Bob. Okay, so then we will change that retrospectively and say that you saw him go out the back door.
And then I hear screams and I see him flying.
No, you hear a giant scream of, "That's not it!" We have now officially gone well over PG podcast.
Well,
Turn her over.
don't worry, the podcast will be edited. YouTube, you probably should slap one of those explicit tags.
It's on every one of them. Anyway, so that's what you see unfolding.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna just hang out right there until I see. Yeah, I mean, unless I think they're really not paying attention to me. But at that point, if I saw him take off somewhere, I'm gonna get up and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go find the restroom. Oh, and then I'm gonna wander off.
Go upstairs.
No, I'm not gonna go upstairs.
one of the
servants
servants kind of points towards a door that's near the back.
Okay, and I'm gonna head that sort of direction, but I've an eye on where he went.
Okay.
And then I'll try to stealth to follow him.
Nobody else is paying attention to you at that point.
Oh, good. Then I have advantage.
If you really want to roll dice, you can.
I do.
I'm just going to say you make it.
But he critically failed.
I rolled a 19, so I disappeared.
He's singing his own theme song as he lines up against the wall.
Okay.
Ta-da.
All right, so we're going to screen wipe.
Oh no.
Back upstairs.
So
Where Doug has just climbed through the window.
So I'm listening. I'm still lit. So I eyed the eagle.
If Doug's not careful, I'm sending dogs after Doug.
I'm listening.
Release the hounds.
Did it sound like the conversation was wrapping up?
Not from what you could tell. No.
Okay. Then I'm going to try to overhear a couple more details before I.
Okay. By all means, go ahead. I'll give you advantage on this because how well you did last time.
So I succeeded. Do I re-roll that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's
You can't
advantage,
get
so
wood.
you get to keep the best of the
best.
two rolls.
So I got a 6 and I got a 66.
Yeah.
And re-roll the 60.
Okay.
So 26,
Yes.
that's a little
Even
bit.
better.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll spend one to make that I'll spend one luck to make that a hard success.
Okay. So one of the other things that you kind of catch is in just general conversation that's going on, where you overhear Mr. Curtis. You can clearly hear his voice this time. Say, "Mr. Dillon, I need you to make sure that at Belfonte nothing happens to that cat statue. If it does, I will hold you personally responsible. And yes, that means if you need to bring up the Guardian, bring the Guardian."
And then I'm going to start moving away from that door towards that statue.
Okay. Roll me an occult check, please.
The Guardian is either a skeleton or a machine gun mounted on an airplane.
I'm leaning more towards the second one myself.
Oh man, do I spend it? That's 10 luck to spend.
You can push it.
You can push it if you'd
Oh.
like.
But then it could be worse if you push it.
Pushing allows me to reroll, but
There's a consequence for re-rolling if you fail.
yes.
Now, it has to be in line with what you're doing, so this is
What
an
is it?
occult roll.
Is that in line with me trying to understand what the Guardian is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, we'll push it.
I'm not going to make you do some tricky gymnastics and...
You roll the
So
same
it's
thing?
not. So it's 9 luck instead of 10.
Oh, you can't use luck on a push.
Oh,
though,
you're
can
right.
you?
Nope.
Okay, so I failed.
Not supposed to. Anyway, so you even though you've done quite a bit of research and you've generally looked at some of the history of like the Belfonte Cemetery and maybe some rumors and other things along those lines, when you've been doing some of your investigative reporting, you just don't pick up anything that you've ever heard of the Guardian. So this must be something that they refer to internally.
Okay. All right.
So the conversation is still kind of going on. It's a little bit more muffled. You're not picking up a whole lot there at that point.
As soon as I hear the Guardian and that part ends, that's when I'm moving away from the door
Okay, and where were you going?
to snag that eagle statue.
All right, so you're working your way down that hallway?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to screen wipe back outside. And Tony, you come out the back door and you see Doug looking around. And he doesn't seem to be in his element very much here.
What are you doing? I thought you were in the party hanging out and talking to people. What are you doing outside?
Admiring the foliage.
Okay, don't try to snow me, okay? Who do you think you're talking to? Admiring the foliage. Yeah, you checking the drapes. Okay, what the heck?
There's a meeting going on upstairs, and, well, Marcus Kevin made it in, and I didn't.
Okay, so he's up there and you're down here. I mean, that was the meeting that I was going to try to help. That was my whole little song and dance routine, was to help y'all get up there. He got up there. At least someone's up there. So what are you going to do now? Climb up the lattice over here or the vines?
That's a great idea.
You're an idiot. I thought about that too and realized, and I'm a little bit lighter and more nimble than you, and I realized that was a stupid thing for me to do. But you call yourself a doctor?
Doctor of the mind, not doctor of the
Have
body.
you examined yourself lately?
No.
Okay, maybe that's where you should start.
Perhaps I should. Let's take an entire role-playing session for me to introspectively pick apart the mind of Doug Hauser.
And scene ends.
When I was 4 years...
Wait. Role-playing? Do you think role-playing ever got anybody anywhere? Was this one of those weird techniques that
got
y'all
me into
use?
several places.
That role-playing stuff is just wrong, okay? I don't know about you. Unless it's Betty
Talking about
Grable.
role-playing, talking about the back door, talking
could
about getting into
role-play with
places.
Betty
I don't know.
Grable.
I just, we're done. The hand of God reaches down and crushes and crushes Doug Hauser.
So what you said is screen wipe.
Pops him like a pimple.
It reminds me of a Creedence Clearwater song.
Okay.
Out the back door.
All right. So
It doesn't look like there's any way to get up from out here. It's the not knowing that kills me.
Well, okay, but there's a lot of stuff you don't know, okay? Just deal with it. Let's, but we do look around. Are there any other doors, like going down to a cellar or anything like that out here, maybe?
not that you can see here at this particular area of the building.
Okay.
You would assume that based upon the overall cost and the level of this type of construction, that this is not an external cellar
Okay.
kind of home. That at this point in time, this has been a newer build, and this is one where you would have access to the cellar from inside.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think beyond that, I mean, as far as Doug is concerned, like, Kevin or Marcus is getting all the information that I cared about. So I think I'll just wander around the party,
All right, fair enough.
drink some cocktails, and wait for Kevin to get
We
out.
can handle that.
Okay.
So we're going to screen wipe back over to Kevin at this point. You are now down at the end of the hallway, just at the end of that, what appears to be a bedroom.
All right. So I'm going to move into the bedroom and then close the door. Not all the way, just so I can hear and see to a crack. So you
Okay.
can't see in.
All right, fair enough. Go. You've done it.
All right. I'm going to get the eagle. And then I'm going to go to a window.
All right, so you walk up.
Because
and
there's
you go
no
grab
way
the
I'm
eagle.
gonna get that down the stairs. I'm pretty sure.
So you grab the eagle
Uh-huh.
and you walk over to a window.
Yeah. I'm gonna look out. I'm gonna crack it open.
You can do so.
Are there any guards or any?
Down below you see Doug and Tony talking, and Tony talking to Doug very briskly.
Hey, guys, up here.
Do we listen? Is that a listen roll to see if we hear?
That's up to you guys. I'm not
I'm
going to
trying
restrict
to
that.
be loud
I've been kind
enough
of
without yelling.
gesturing toward the house anyway, so I think I probably would see him.
I don't see him.
Tony,
I don't hear
You're too
him.
busy lecturing.
Yeah.
Marcus,
I'm
Tony said that's dangerous.
gonna put out a finger. Hold on. I'm gonna take off my coat, wrap the eagle, and I'm gonna hold it out the window and drop.
I'll catch it.
Okay. I'm letting the scene roll, guys.
I know.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go, okay, now how the do I get out of here?
Use
Jump.
the stairs.
We'll catch you.
Tony will catch you.
I think I got it. Close the window.
All right.
I go out to the car.
What are you doing?
Or limo, sorry.
We're still in Kevin's scene here. What are you doing?
Crying. Moving to the door to check to hear or see if anyone's coming down.
Okay,
right
you can
now.
roll spot hidden if you'd like. I'll even give you advantage.
Oh, thank God. I'm gonna re-roll that 80. So I got an 86.
Oh, you re-rolled it and got an 80 again.
All right.
86. That has a meaning. That number means
You don't
something.
see anything.
86. Usually something gets
You don't
in
see
you.
anything.
Well, that's unfortunate.
So, for all of our listeners out there that are paying attention to this is how you mess with people
Oh,
in Call of Cthulhu.
I can
Because
push
right
it.
now he has no clue what he's doing.
I can push it. I can push the roll.
Yes, you can.
Do you still have advantage when you push it?
No.
Well, it can't be worse than an 86.
Yes, there are actually 14 numbers higher.
Shush. I got a 33. That's a success, not a hard success.
Okay, fair enough. You don't see anything.
All right. Go out onto the hallway.
All right. Are you... what are you doing now? I mean, come on.
Trying to figure out the best way to get down with... Because I'll probably be questioned by the guards.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to head towards the office.
Okay.
This is a bad idea, but I'm doing it.
Do it. Do it.
I'm going to knock on the door.
You hear muffled voices stop, and the door
And
opens.
I'm going to say, Chief... As I knock, I'm going to say, Chief Patterson. Chief Patterson. This is Marcus. I have important information for you.
The door opens, and you see an Albert Lambert standing there.
You're not Chief Patterson.
Chief Patterson is downstairs enjoying the party where you should be.
Oh,
What are you doing up here?
I am sorry. He had asked for some information, and I
No,
asked
do
her-
come in.
Oh, all right. Shuffle in.
We might have some individuals that we have to fire who, apparently our security is not up to stuff here. So, what are you doing
Now
up
there
here?
was no one at the bottom of the stairs, and I was last time I heard someone was Chief Patterson was heading up here. That is the
That's-
last I heard.
Interesting. Chief Patterson has no business here other than
But
making a public appearance.
I do apologize then. He had asked for some information about some goings on in the city. I'm just a reporter.
Curious. What goings on is Chief Patterson asking you about as a reporter?
I happen to be near a car accident, and there's just some big hubbub. And
Roll me a spot hidden.
Oh, I know. There's a gun trained on me. So that was... You know what? I'll take that roll better.
The die rolled into the other die and knocked it.
A 1.
He did a critical success. There's nothing he doesn't see. He solved the mystery.
He's an investigative rogue.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen with this critical success.
I don't die.
You are going to notice that Mr. Dillon, who happens to be over on one side of this office, his coloration almost changes at the mention of a car wreck. So he becomes a little more pale. And he chimes up over in the corner and says something about, I don't know what you're doing here, sir, but I don't think you really want to be involved in continuing an investigation that, let's just say, from my understanding and the newspapers, that this investigator lost his life over, and you're just a civilian? Is that correct?
Well, yeah. I was just asked to give some information, and it doesn't even have anything to do with that.
I think it's time that you should leave, sir.
All right.
And at that, he gets on the phone and calls someone. Don't worry, we'll have somebody escort you out, sir.
All right. You just asked me to leave. That's fine. I'll wait here
You'll be
for-
leaving quickly enough.
That's fine.
By the way, I don't appear to see you wearing the proper attire. May I ask you where you've left your jacket?
I had to cover the door to the bathroom downstairs after I dumped a big one, you know.
And a two-flusher. I had to put a jacket over it. As we established earlier. Oh,
The
God.
big poop
Whoever's
wasn't-
listening, I'm sorry.
The big deuce wasn't real. I was making it up to get upstairs, guys. Nobody actually dropped a big one.
I had left it downstairs.
We didn't have a coat check at this party, so where did you leave your jacket, sir?
On a chair?
In which room?
Down by the bar.
And you hear him over the phone saying, "Yes, please look and locate a jacket that is downstairs in the bar, and please have our security come upstairs. We have a gentleman that we need to have removed from the premises."
Okay. I'll wait. I was all right.
And as this is taking place, the remainder of your spot hidden, you pick out a few books that are sitting on the shelves that are not bound in leather.
Well, that's creepy.
They look to be leather, but this is not what you've seen. You've seen one of these books residing at Mr. Hauser's house.
Oh.
And you know this to be of an animal flesh. Please make me a sanity check.
Which is leather,
No,
right?
not really.
It's like
Not in this scenario.
like cow skin.
So I failed.
right?
Do you have advantage?
So
Do I have advantage?
1d6.
So the answer was no, and I lost 6
Oh
sanity.
my gosh, you failed miserably.
How many? And you lost one earlier, so that's 7.
Uh-huh. I was at 47.
So what's your 10%?
4.7.
Okay, and you have now lost 7.
Yes, he has.
We are now experiencing our first situation of a bout of madness. So your character will have to RP this. Roll me a d10, please.
8.
For
Told
8,
you I was going to be the first one.
for 8 turns, in which case we will say this is probably about the next 30 minutes.
Okay.
I would like you to roll me another 1d10.
4.
Okay. You jump in fright. And every little noise is now adding to this overwhelming feeling of complete and utter paranoia.
All right.
Which is good, because that's kind of what you were role-playing a minute ago.
But we're talking terrifying paranoia.
All right.
For the duration of what would be in gameplay for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay? So that is how you need to RP your character from this point going forward for a little while.
Okay.
So Mr. Lambert slams the phone down, looks back over at you and says, "Get a hold of yourself."
It's just loud noises. There's a little,
Loud noises? Huh. Really? Just loud noises. Well, we'll have security up here momentarily to escort you out of here.
I mean, I'll sit and wait. Okay.
And as he starts to walk back over towards you, and he's moving closer and closer,
I'm getting a little nervous, kind of backing out.
You kind of catch a glimpse of what could be a metallic object in his hand as he's walking closer. And closer.
Yeah, I'm slowly backing up because this is kind of creepy.
And now you start to see Mr. Curtis come over from the other side, almost like they're kind of pinning you into a corner.
Guys, come on. Come on.
You seem to be a little stressed here, sir. Might we have your name?
Sure. It's Marcus.
Marcus. I don't recall a Marcus on the invitation list. Who are you here with? And they're moving closer.
Don't you freaking dare.
And they're moving closer.
I came at the invite of the O'Donnells.
At that point, you hear a knock on the door directly behind you.
Guys, come on, stop sneaking up on me.
And as the door opens, there's two security folks standing there in full suits, and they reach out and grab a hold of you.
You know, I can walk. I would have walked out of here if you just asked me to.
One of them looks at Mr. Curtis and says, "We did not find a jacket located downstairs."
I'm going to go, what? Completely surprised and a little terrified. But I've been terrified this entire time now.
So, Mr. Lambert chimes back up and says, "Well, Mr. Marcus, where can we return your jacket if we happen to find it?"
I'll give him my home address.
Really? You're going to give him your home address?
I mean, I could give him Doug Hauser's home address.
All right. So
hold on.
What would a paranoid person do?
No.
What would a paranoid person do?
I'll give him my editor-in-chief's address.
You give him the number to Wrigley Field.
No, that's too...
Give him Charles
That's two
Dupree's
Blues Brothers.
address.
I don't know Charles Dupree's address.
He wasn't with y'all.
That doesn't mean he doesn't know he exists.
Oh, no. I'll give him James Duvall's address.
He's already dead. He can't be more
No, that's
dead.
the partner.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so lucky. They're like, "Very well, we'll have it sent there.
I appreciate it.
Security, remove him, please." And they don't even they just yank you out of the room.
Ah!
The entire time, kicking and screaming.
Well, y'all gonna protect me on the way down? Come on, guys. It's scary here.
And as you reach the front door, they push you out.
Yep.
And just slam it in your face.
Now I can go home.
But you don't have a ride.
All right. So as this takes place, obviously you've already headed back out to the car. Your limo driver is standing there. "Ah, Mr. Hauser. Why? Are we ready to call it an evening?"
Yeah.
I do believe there was more than just the two of you.
Oh, Marcus is in the bathroom. He'll be here shortly. We're just gonna go ahead and get in the limo.
Ah, very good, sir.
I've got his jacket. He got a little. The ruffian messed up the clothes that I lent him.
Very good, sir. So he opens the door and...
I definitely did. Well, I got thrown out of the...
Yeah.
All right. So as you get thrown out and you kind of look around, you look and see Tony and Doug standing right outside of a limousine, and the doors being held open for them.
Oh. Guys, wait up for me.
Please roll me a spot hidden. The
Who?
two of you.
Us? Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Yep. Just regular.
50
guys-
under 70, yeah.
You guys notice from an upstairs window a light that's kind of shining through, like a curtain's been pulled to the side.
I use my macro binoculars.
You are not click, sir.
Well,
And do-
Tony, I think they've made us.
We've made quite a scene. We made quite a scene here tonight. You know? So we were going to get noticed.
And now, literally, the entirety of this cult is angry with us.
Well, we don't know that because I think there are different people working against each other. So
Yeah, they're working against each other, and now all of them are unified and working very hard against us.
well, we don't know because remember the O'Donnells gave us that statue. They invited us here, you know, and we now have enough.
Well, I can't
I
make
don't say
too
any-
many assumptions without making an ideas roll, but I'm not sure that they gave those statues to us out of free will.
Well,
I
there's
think
a reason
maybe-
they want us to have them.
I'm beginning to think that those statues were the only ones they could get their hands on, but we are collecting them all. I have a suspicion that once we have all 7 statues, someone's going to come for them.
That could be true. And here comes our friend here too. You know, he looks a little. You need some deodorant, man.
Keep looking over my shoulder.
You all right? You look like you seen a ghost.
Let's just get out of here.
I hand you the jacket.
And I'll go. Are you okay?
Oh, you son of a...
He is visibly shaken at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to spend a penny on that, sir?
So are we all getting in the vehicle to head out?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So as you guys all get into the vehicle, the driver looks back and goes, "Where to, sir? Is this going to be your residence for the evening?"
Let's drop Marcus off first. And I give him his address.
Can I stay at your place? I think...
Why would you need to... You're a grown man. You're an investigative journalist.
Yeah, but I think they know me. I gave them a different address,
Well-
but I think they're going to find me.
Okay.
Well, that's okay, because Doug here just gave him your real address, so it's okay.
He's not wrong.
Doug, why would you do this to me?
They already know my address. If they wanted me dead, I'd already be
Yeah,
there.
but more numbers, and I talked to them.
What they had to, well, we should
I
probably
thought
not
Chief
talk
Harrison would be
here.
up there. I thought I'd be slick and get myself out of there to try to throw the O'Donnells under the bus, but no.
Did you get to tell them about the O'Donnells?
I did. I told them they invited me to the party.
Sir,
Marcus.
would you like me to raise the window for a few moments of privacy?
No, it's fine. I trust you with my whole heart. Take us to my abode.
Very good, sir. And he begins to drive.
So
I'm gonna
you're
li-
telling me... Yes, roll up the window, please. Do not listen to my conversations. You're not worthy.
Hey,
And the window rolls up.
So you didn't tell them
Tell them what?
about the O'Donnells?
I did. I told them they were the ones that invite. I tried
You
to tell them that they were.
didn't tell them that the O'Donnells are conspiring against them.
Look, they were approaching me with guns.
Guns? Why?
I wasn't supposed to be there. Patterson wasn't up there. I thought he was part of their group.
He should have been up there.
I just saw, I saw Curtis up there, Curtis Lambert. I saw Bob Dylan. No, Paul Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
It's Albert Lambert.
Orville Redenbacher.
I thought it was
Popcorn
Curtis.
King.
Oh no, it was Albert Lambert.
Yeah.
Yes, Albert Lambert. Curtis Wright.
Curtis
Wright.
Dude, I'm going to keep throwing names at you guys in every single game that we ever play just because it turns out hilarious.
Curtis was there, right?
Curtis Wright.
Curtis was there?
No.
Um,
No.
It was Dylan.
Glenn Curtis.
Glenn Curtis was up
Orville
there.
Wright.
Orville Wright. But Orville Wright wasn't there.
Right.
But Paul Dillon was there.
Correct.
No, I was asking, was Glenn Curtis up there in that?
Yes.
No, he was not.
Okay.
No. Golly.
No, yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
Okay, that's why I
just
thought.
messing
I'm
with you
just
now. There was another individual that was up there, but you didn't ask a name.
Well, no, they were terrifying.
So there was only three? There were four? I don't know, but he'll tell us.
All right, so Glenn Curtis was up there. Then you had Albert Lambert, and you had Paul Dillon, and you had one other individual.
For all I know, that could have been the Scootamooch.
Was that the guy in the black suit we saw at the top of the
No,
stairs?
that was Paul Dillon, right?
That was Paul Dillon.
Yep.
Ah.
And he looked a little pale because they asked me why I was wanting to talk to the chief, and I was trying to play out that I was trying to give him some information about
And
about
all
the
this
shooting.
takes
and he
place
looked
at about
So-
a 20-minute ride home.
Yeah, so I pull out my list of Paul Dillon's addresses that I carry with me at all times.
Apparently. Along with another bottle of scotch.
do any of those addresses kind of match a person who would be invited to a party like this?
Initially, when we had that conversation, there were about 3 or 4 that were in the
Right.
upper tier of what you would know as being an area for upper tier individuals.
Okay.
I got a pretty good look at his face, though.
Yeah, I kind of just wanted to be there, but we don't know which one of those 4 it is. So never mind.
Just tell him you're a door-to-door scotch salesman and show up,
I wanted to be there when he wasn't there.
Oh, how about we can invent something like a candygram or something, but we'll call it a scotchogram.
Those statues, I know where 2 more are.
Where?
They're moving them.
When?
They didn't quite say.
Yesterday.
They didn't quite say. I saw the eagle and I figured we had to get that one.
Is that what that was? I thought it was just dirt in my jacket. I flipped it out and
Shut up.
I'm kidding.
I thought that was a deuce.
I couldn't find a bathroom.
No, I have the eagle, of course.
The eagle has landed. That's what he always says,
It's the cat.
That's- I literally scream it from the throne.
It's the cat and the beaver.
Where are they?
The cat and the beaver. Man, that's a party I want to go to.
There we go.
That was it. That's what I was waiting for.
It didn't click until just then, and I'm like, I'm gonna say it.
Well, Tony, I'm glad you want to go to that party. Because, do you tell us where they are?
Yes, I will tell you that the beaver was being moved to the office at the airport.
It's a moving beaver. Okay.
And the cat was being moved at the cemetery
Okay.
to
In the usual spot.
their usual spot. I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're going to talk about that, but just kind of looking around, real nervous. Like I don't.
The safe at
The
the
cemetery.
airport.
They also-
Do we
I think they
know
also
where
had a-
the
they
safe
also
in
had
the
a
Car
airport would be?
backfires from the going down the street.
I'm gonna.
Doug, would you like to roll a medicine check here?
No.
I'm actually gonna.
Screw him.
Hill, what could I possibly...
Which one of y'all sitting to my left? Because I'm actually gonna turn it and punch that way.
I've got
like startled.
antidepressants in my back pocket. Here you go. Like, what would I do?
Roll random.
Okay. Odds I punch towards Tony. Evens I punch towards Doug.
Roll me an idea check, please.
Okay.
Hey, what was that for?
I'm sorry, man. I'm just real jumpy.
You don't want to get punchy with me, buddy.
Oh, baby.
Aren't you the one that's usually screaming at us about our phones? And
No, that's
no,
not
that's
me.
Jason. All right, I'm gonna reshoot that. Oh baby, I got a critical success.
You got a critical success.
I got a
Can you-
1.
Can you add a little bit more flavor to that critical success?
I'm-
I need some more emphasis. I'm not feeling it.
Woo!
Ow.
What?
Now I
Doctor?
feel it. Now I feel it.
Well, Doctor Who gave him the prelude.
Critical success.
All right, do you want a guitar and stand up and sing about it? Or
I would love that.
All right. Well, we're gonna avoid
I've got
that.
one in the other room.
Okay, we're gonna avoid it.
And a banjo, yeah?
Oh, a banjo. You played a banjo?
Yeah.
5-string?
You are you recognize that he is suffering almost like in a delusional state at this point.
Okay.
Almost like somebody who's suffering from a PTSD kind of scenario. So, as a doctor, you would come back in that and say he just needs to rest this off.
Yeah.
But
Whatever he saw
they have
shook
a
him
book.
to his core.
They have a book. They have one of the books that you have at your house, so I need to check that out.
Like what kind of book?
It was bound in flesh. Like I'm pretty sure it's animal.
Like
I
like
hope-
a leather
I hope-
bound
My belt
book?
is flesh.
I hope I don't think like leathery flesh. Like I think it might have been human flesh. I don't know. I don't trust them. Yours, I'm pretty sure, is bound by animal flesh, by animal hide. Yes.
Okay. If that's where you want to, I think you should really rest this state of yours off.
No,
You're not acting like yourself. Let's go get you a coffee and or a scotch or something, and we'll rest for a little bit. See if things calm down a little.
Okay. We should check out that book though. There's got to be a link there.
Yeah, I mean, based on the timeline, you've only got about 5 minutes left of this. So by the time we get inside and pour,
Is that your professional diagnosis there, Doctor?
yeah, that's about how long forced PTSD lasts.
I see. When you see a flesh-covered
Oh,
book.
I'm carrying this.
That's about 8 rounds.
Yeah, it lasts about 8 rounds.
I'll carry it a little bit longer. It's okay.
And you guys, at that point, you pull up to you in front of your house, and he gets out and opens the door.
The car explodes.
You gentlemen have a good evening.
Oh, well, thank you.
If you're ever in need of my services, you feel free to contact the O'Donnells.
And what is your name?
It's Peter.
Peter. All right, Peter.
Just
well,
contact Mr. O'Donnell, and he'll happily send me
How
for
long
it.
you been working for Mr. O'Donnell?
Oh, quite a few years, sir.
I see.
Lovely people.
Yeah,
They
and his
really
wife
are the
too.
best.
You
They
know?
definitely don't murder people.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
I see.
So you think they do murder people?
No, I don't know what you're talking about, sir. That seems to be a rather odd, random statement
you see,
about my employers.
murder is something where when you kill another person, drawing their blood until they die.
You mean like shooting another individual who is constantly harassing you?
Yes. So
Yeah.
you do know murder.
Or you've met Doug, one of the two.
I don't know, but I think it's all cured by a 20-year-old bottle of scotch.
I think you're right.
Would you like one?
Absolutely, sir.
I'll go back. Somebody fetch.
Danny boy.
Oh, we have gone over the deep end. At that, we're just going to say that he wraps up and just closes the doors and
sure.
climbs back in the limo and heads
What's
off.
your address? I'll send it to you.
I'll send it with the jacket.
It's the museum, sir.
I am the cat statue.
I have to clean up. I'm the cleaner. Well, we'll go upstairs and we'll give old Marcus here a bottle of scotch. I think
Just
that's
a glass.
I don't know. He looks like he needs a bottle. And what did we find out? So what's our next plan of action here?
Do we know where the safe in the airport is?
Well, it's probably in a safe place.
Well, yes. If we could get in tonight and break that out.
Yeah, about that. These people don't mess around, you know? I mean, what are we doing here? We getting these statues?
Guys, can we carry this conversation inside?
We did.
We did.
Oh, okay.
We're
yeah.
inside.
Yeah, we're inside with a bottle of scotch.
Yeah.
Sitting around a nice warm fireplace. And don't worry about this firecracker I'm dropping down here right behind you. Don't, you know.
Bang. No.
I got a balloon.
I'm carrying this paranoia a little longer, I guess. But I've gotten. Oh no, I don't have it here with me. I guess my gun, probably not here.
I mean, you probably left it here when you changed for
the
party.
If you took it with you to the party and then you took your jacket off.
No. I mean, I didn't take it to the party.
Okay.
So then it's probably here.
Yeah, because I was having to figure that whole thing out when I was starting to fall into it. I'm like, okay, now what do I do? Because I am packing heat.
So in sake of expediting here a little bit, so we're not just fully RPing, where would we like to go next? What would we like to do?
I want to go to the airport and steal that statue.
I want to check out that book.
Okay.
The one that was similar to one they had on the shelf.
You want to go back to their house?
No, the one that's on Doug's shelf.
Oh, the one you dropped in the toilet?
No. Was that the same book?
The one that he put a whole bunch of ink in? Yes.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
That's why you were able to recognize the tomes.
Yes. Marcus, the book you were talking about is right here.
Why is it full of ink?
Oh, on the one page that we needed.
No, when I noticed that, I'm going to go to the one to the right. Oh, okay.
It's made of cardboard.
Okay.
There's no coincidence.
This is, if you want me to go to the airport and look for this thing, I will consider it, but you're going to have to sweeten the pot for me here, because this is getting a little out of my realm of where I want to
St. Louis will not die. Is that sweet?
I am not worried about St. Louis, okay? I'm worried about
You
Tony
won't
Fontini.
die.
Yeah, no, I'm worried about me, and, okay, I know you pass these bottles of scotches around like crazy. I see your place. You want this statue to prove some sort of hokey pokey. That's fine. I'll go. But
Tony, I've been funding our organization for years.
no, I understand, but this is getting way above my pay grade. I work for hire, okay?
Well,
How about $100?
oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
No questions asked. That's literally
In that
less than
case-
my pocket change.
In that case, maybe $150.
Sure, we can work something out.
Okay.
How would you like to touch the eagle?
I'm not touching your eagle.
We're not that kind of show people.
That's right.
I have a statue.
Oh, you call that a statue? It looks. Never mind.
All right. And this is where we're going to wrap it, call it a session for the evening.
I see.
We're going to go out on a I've got a statue, touch it joke. And that's about where we're going to leave.
Please don't keep on adventuring.
If you're still here, I hope you enjoy the adventure. Not Percy's adventure, per se, but the adventure. Anyway, for those of you that are here on the stream, we're going to take another quick 10-minute break, and then we're going to come back and see if we can salvage this, session that's circling the toilet bowl right now. Yeah, because apparently there's like a super huge steamer going on. We're just going to go with that.
To
There we go.
flusher. Keep on adventuring.